We have to
So
kick you.
good, I'm telling you.
We do. We have to kick you out, and we're not gonna. Now we're gonna be nice. We're not gonna kick you out on the busy highway here.
A young woman just walking on the North Freeway, seemingly unaffected by all the traffic that's around her.
No one seems to know why she was walking in traffic.
All right, let's do this. We got Natalie Blue with us all the way from Apple Valley, California. How are you doing, my friend?
Oh man, I'm doing really good.
Thank you so much for joining us with Bandwagon TV's Joyride. We're just really glad to get another Californian, a Southern Californian.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say, I was going to mention Rancho Cucamonga, which is where you live now, but your home is Apple Valley, and it's just Rancho Cucamonga. I just wanted to say it, so we're saying it now. That's the official plug. Well, Natalie, so it's been great following you, and I love your music, but if you can, for our audience, tell us a little bit about who you are, your musical influences, and where, and really how you came to be and starting to sing.
Yeah, so, I grew up in a small town in the desert. I've been singing, man, my whole life. Voice lessons started at like 7, and I always did the choir thing. And but it wasn't until college that I started to realize like it was something I could pursue as like a legitimate career. It was always just like this dream that could never really be attained. And my biggest inspirations have always been like Carrie Underwood and Rascal Flatts and Keith Urban and Brad Paisley and so many more. I could name a bunch, but I've always especially looked up to Carrie Underwood and just how she brings her faith into her music. And that's like what I want to do too eventually. And yeah, music has always just been so important. My dad always blasted music in the car anytime we went on a road trip, and he's been a really big supporter, my whole family especially, but he bought me my first electric guitar, and yeah, my family is like so supportive. I don't think anybody could be more supportive than them. They always are like, oh, you should go sing here, or you should go do this. Oh, have you looked at this guitar? Have you done this? Like, so yeah, I'm really blessed.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's always good to hear, but also see, having that support system and being parents, because that's not typical. I mean, there's a lot of, it's just unfortunate, but like, that's just the way it is. Are your parents, are they from a musical background?
Well, I know my dad played a little bit of drums, and he has like an electric drum set that he plays on every now and then. And my mom likes to sing in choirs, but not so much like the solo thing.
Your family coming from a faith-based family, and just looking at your Instagram, we do a lot of stalking on this show, but we can tell that church and faith is really important to you. You just, before we started recording, that you lead your group. How did you get started with that? How young were you when you were really starting to sing at church?
Yeah, so the first time I got to sing at church was I was in high school still, or maybe just graduated. And then my husband, he was in the Marine Corps, so we moved away. We were living in San Diego for a while, and we really missed having a home church. And so when he got out, we moved to Rancho, and my grandma was always telling me about this church that my uncle's friend had started, and it was called Bridgetown. She's like, you should go. They need a worship leader. And I was like, yeah, like I'll get there eventually. And eventually I did. My husband was working, and so I took my daughter when she was about like 1.5, and we went to church by ourselves. They were meeting at a community center at the time, and I remember walking in, and it was one step. I was like, I'm home. I found my church, and I hadn't even heard anything yet. But the thing about my church, obviously I'm a little biased, but when you come in as a stranger, you're leaving as family. It's the most welcoming church I've ever been to, where you're just instantly loved on, and it just feels like home. So then as I was attending more, I actually had known a few people who were going. I just didn't know they were going until I got there. And So the sound guy at the time, he and I went to a church together before. And so he was like, oh, you need to get her on the worship team. And so that's kind of how it started. I started singing, and then our church has definitely gone through some ups and downs. We're still a plant church, and we've moved buildings multiple times and have lost a lot of people in the process of COVID and all the things, And so then I got the opportunity to step in as the worship director, which has been really fun. Definitely a little bit of work, but that's okay. It's just, honestly, I love getting to use my gifts to serve the Lord. So
how has that been, I guess, just recently? I know COVID and the stories behind that, but were you doing a lot online to get people involved still with meetings and performance? Or are you getting now people coming back? Especially with California being so difficult?
Right. Yeah. California is weird because when in the heart of it, everything was online and we were going in and recording worship every week. And then we started just meeting at the park, which has been, it was really nice. I really enjoyed it. I like hearing the birds and, there's some distractions obviously that come along with meeting in the park, but I've actually really enjoyed that time. And now we're getting to move into a building that's on the same park that we've been meeting at. So we're really excited about that. But it's weird because where the church is located in Glendora, California, which is LA County. So in LA County, they've reintroduced the mask mandate again for indoors. So
yeah, and so do you have to wear a mask while singing, or are you able to sing?
I'm able to take it off, I think, while I'm singing, and then I'll just put it back on if I'm going to go talk to anybody.
Okay. Still, it's full circle. That's very cool that you're now back at that same park area and you have established a home. Very cool. Well, Natalie, thank you so much for sharing. I think it's just important, especially knowing that music can come from all different sorts of backgrounds. Obviously, yours is more faith-based, and I love that story. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
But Natalie, I got to tell you, we are about to pull over for the lightning round. Are you ready?
Oh, man. I'm excited.
Here we go. All right, we're going to pull over for the lightning round, but before we do that, we are always promoting local businesses here with Bandwagon TV Store, right? So, Natalie, it's now your turn. We want you to promote something local. What do you got for us?
Yeah, so I'm going to promote Stardust Boutique. It's in Apple Valley off of Outer Highway 18, if you know where that is. And Jenny over there is the sweetest. She opened this business 4 years ago, and I didn't even know about it until a couple months ago. And I was like, what the heck? This gem is just sitting here and I had no idea. And I go in and with my sister, and she was just so sweet. And the clothes are so cute. And I'm obsessed. And she even, my first time going, since been back a few times, of course, but my first time, she had a shirt that I really wanted, but that was too small. And she was like, well, I have this one, but somebody had tried it on and it had deodorant on it. I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll try it on anyways. And so I tried it on and it fit. And she was like, yeah, I'll give you a discount. And then we stayed and we picked out a few more things, and we go to the register and she's like, you know what? You could just have it because I don't know if the stain is going to come out. I was like, are you sure? I don't mind paying for it. She's like, no, it's okay. And the stains came out instant. No problem. And I was like, that right there alone, I was like, I'm coming back forever. This is my new, if I need a photo shoot outfit, this is where I'm coming.
Talk about customer service.
Right? I was just blown away.
What's the owner's name again?
Jenny.
Jenny. I mean, that's a shout out to you. I mean, look at that. That's what you want in a local boutique.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much for sharing. So, Bandwagon, we promote the Young's Barbecue and More. They're known for their barbecue burrito. So, Natalie, have you had a chance to try Texas barbecue yet?
Oh, man, yeah. My grandpa lives in Texas, so I get out there every now and then. And barbecue, so good.
It is. It's so good. Where does he live in Texas?
I believe it's Glen Rose.
Okay. Not familiar, but we'll look it up. Maybe we'll take a drive. The White Lightning, we put a lot of miles, so we're not afraid, all right?
All right, yeah.
So we'll meet with Grandpa. We'll take him out for some barbecue.
Yeah.
But check out our website. It's bandwagontv.com. That's bandwagontv.com. And we have past guests. We're doing our podcast, and we're hopefully starting to get a little more with those. And they're just repeats of our episodes, but still, if you're on the move and on a drive, it's a good way to listen. And our local businesses page. So right now, we are promoting our local barbecue place here. It's Young's Barbecue and More in Lampasas, Texas. So you get a chance, please check it out. But Natalie, we are now entering officially the lightning round. So buckle up. Oh, okay. Well, Natalie, we do a lot of stalking here on, like I said, with Bandwagon. And you have a great single that was just recently, that came out, released, called Favorite Everything.
Yes.
And so I'm assuming you have lots of favorite everythings. But I noticed two things. Now, if you're not familiar with I-15, the 15, you drive through Rancho Cucamonga, and you have a couple options here. If you go west, you can go to the beach. If you go east, you can go to Big Bear, right? The woods, the snow. And I noticed on your page, you have like some beautiful pictures of cabins in the snow. But I also know that you probably might enjoy the beach. Maybe, I don't know. We'll find out here. So I have to ask you, the beach or the mountains? What do you got?
Oh man, you'd think this is easy. It's not.
That's what I told you. You got to strap in.
Oh, wow. Okay, I think I'll say the beach, only because I love being in the sun and I love the sounds of the waves and the smell of the salty water. But I love the mountains.
Say more than the stars at night on a crisp night in the mountains?
It's so hard.
It's tough. All right, great answer. You can't really go wrong with either of those. You got a favorite?
Right.
Actually, the walleye. So your husband. Thank you very much for your service and just being a spouse of someone being in the service in San Diego. Great beaches, La Jolla. So, do you got a favorite California beach?
Yeah, right now at least it's Bolsa Chica.
Where's that?
It's in Huntington. It's like right next to Huntington Beach, except away from where everybody is, because most people want to be right next to the pier. Yeah. But you could still walk there. It's a little further, but it's just nice because the beach is not packed. That's good. It's like $20 for parking for the day, and I'm actually going to be there on Thursday.
Well, there you go, another shout out. Look at that. Well, I'm jealous. Stuck in Texas heat. It's unbearable right now.
Yeah, oof.
Oh, it's been bad. All right, you already said her name, so I'm a little afraid to ask this, but we're biased against one of the other artists. Okay. So I do have to ask, Carrie Underwood or Miranda Lambert? Texas' own Miranda Lambert.
Wow, you would do this to me.
I would, yeah.
I have to go Carrie Underwood, but solely because she was my number one for years of my life. My biggest vocal influence for so long. I knew every single song on every single album. So I have to say Carrie Underwood.
Did you follow, from her American Idol days? Do you remember being introduced to
Absolutely. So small. She got out of American Idol. Yeah. And then she released that album right after. And I was like, that's it. Mom, Carrie Underwood. And that's my husband took me to a Carrie Underwood concert when we were just dating. And I was like, oh yeah, he's a keeper.
He is. What a guy right there.
Yes.
Well, he did well. You did well. But now you're in the White Lightning. You've taken control. You're behind the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel here, right?
Yes.
Okay, so dead or alive musician that you want as your co-pilot driving coast to coast from the beaches of Southern California to Portland, Maine.
So right now, I would say Carly Pearce. I am obsessed with Carly Pearce right now. I want to be her friend in real life. So Carly, if you see this, I love you. Her music, now she's like my new Carrie Underwood, where I know every song on her albums, and I love how raw she is in her songwriting, and she's just not afraid to tell the people, how she feels through her music, and that's definitely what I want to do too. So
that's great. I'm not too familiar with Carly, so I'm gonna have to look her up. Do you know where she's from?
Good.
I'm not. I can't remember where she's from. I know she's living in Nashville now, though.
Okay, and I know I've heard the name, and I know you mentioned it on your website, so I'll definitely make sure to look her up after this.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Carly's going through your phone. Is she gonna find a playlist that's gonna surprise us? Is there something on that playlist, whether song, band, musician? that might
Absolutely. I have a really good one you probably have never even heard of. This song called Together by the band Five Together. It's basically a boy band that makes fun of boy bands. And this song is hilarious. And anytime it...
I think I know this band. I think I do. Hold on. Is this kind of old? Is this Chris Farley's brother who's in the band called Together? And the song's called Together? I think.
It's like...
I just keep thinking about the song and it makes me laugh.
Can you sing it for us?
They're like rap singing and they're like, it's together, yeah. Like, and it's good. You will definitely have a good laugh if you listen.
We might just have to add a clip into this interview.
Do it.
All right.
Please.
It's happening. It's happening right now. Okay.
Number 2 GETHER to the CD you play in your car. Drive to crack to blow that star like a...
All right. Natalie Blue, you did great, but now this is on you. What do we have to look forward to? Like I said, you had a great single that came out, Favorite Everything. When did that come out?
It came out, I think, in February.
Okay, and then are you working on new music? Are you still? I know you're still promoting that.
I have 3 songs that are like ready to go. Just kind of waiting on a few different things to see if I'll be able to release them sooner rather than later. And then I'm also doing a show in Missouri, just me playing some acoustic guitar at a coffee shop called Serendipity. Yeah. So my uncle owns that shop, so that's kind of...
That
I'm
works.
a little biased.
How's their coffee? Strong?
Oh, it's so good. You can get literally pour over. You can get a latte. They even have like bubble tea where it's not boba, but little bubbles that like pop in your mouth, and a bunch of different pastries. They just started doing sourdough bread. I'm like, I can't wait. I haven't even been there yet because they opened during COVID. I haven't been out there. So, but I know that they make good coffee because whenever I'm with them, they make good coffee.
Well, so that's Serendipity. That's another local business. Go and promote. All right. So now all of our viewers wanting to know this. How do we follow you? How do we listen to you?
Yeah. So it's on Instagram. It's natalieblue.music. And then on Twitter, which I'll be honest, I'm not on a whole lot. It's Nat Blue Music. And then Spotify, Apple, Amazon, all those places. It's just Natalie Blue.
Very cool. Well, Natalie, we're going to have to let you go. I love Southern California. It has been. This has been a blast. And I really can't wait to listen to our new favorite song called Together by Together.
Oh, man.
But we have to kick you.
Good, I'm telling you.
We do. We have to kick you out. And we're not going to. Now, we're going to be nice. We're not going to kick you out on the busy highway here. But before we kick you out, we're wanting a song. Is there any way we can get a song from you today?
I think we could do that.
All right. Very cool. What song are you playing for us today?
I'm going to play Favorite Everything.
Oh, one of my favorites. Well, Natalie, go ahead whenever you're ready.
between asleep and awake, living the fantasy that my dreams had made. Wishing on a star, but guess it's all it takes. Sometimes I've gotta do a double take. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you are, it's got me falling hard, so hard. When you look at me and you pull me close, baby, I just know you're the one I've been waiting for. It's like someone took all my favorite things and combined them into one to make my favorite everything. You're such a blessing. You are the best thing. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you are, it's got me falling hard, so hard. When you look at me and you pull me close, baby, I just know you're the one I've been waiting for. It's like someone took all my favorite things and combined them into one to make my favorite everything. Favorite everything. Oh.
There you go. That's Natalie Blue with Favorite Everything, and that will be your favorite, hopefully after you hear that song over and over again. So go follow her. Natalie, do you have a YouTube channel? I forgot to ask.
I've been trying to work on how to get the name changed because I don't know how to do that.
Okay, well, you keep us in the loop here because we want to
Keep you updated.
All right, good. Well, there you go, Natalie. Thank you so much for joining us with Bandwagon TV Store Ride. We really appreciate it. We hope to see you soon. Maybe to see your grandpa. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I haven't seen him in a long time. So.
Go see your grandpa, and we'll bring the barbecue.
Yes, perfect.
Have a good one. See you later.
You too. Bye.
This could be our lucky day. Oh yeah, you might take a picture, love, 'cause this could be our lucky day.